How do we manage strategic change? First, let's define strategic change. Strategic change is a restructuring of an organization's business or marketing plan that is typically performed in order to achieve an important objective. For example, a strategic change might include shifts in a corporation's policies, target market, mission, or organizational structure. There's no doubt that strategic change, or any change of such magnitude and impact on an organization, is difficult. To successfully execute such a change initiative, we need to understand the dimensions of strategic change, as identified by Andrew Pettigrew and Richard Whip. There are 3 such dimensions, as captured on this PowerPoint slide: content of change, process of change, and context of change. Among these 3 change dimensions, there is continuous interaction. The 3 dimensions are also interdependent with each other. For instance, context and process define the content of change. This model proposes change should not be considered only in terms of the processes, but should also consider the historical, cultural, and political features of the organization. In fact, successful change is a result of the interaction between the content which addresses the what of change, the process which addresses the how of change, and the organizational context which addresses the where of change. Now, let's delve a bit deeper into these dimensions. The first dimension of strategic change is content of change. Content of change focuses on objectives, purposes, and goals of the strategy. Change as content looks at organizational parameters before and after an event in the life of the organization. Here, we try to understand what the possible antecedents and consequences of the change could have been. The next dimension is process of change. Change as process is concerned with understanding the actual change as it unfolds, including the role of the manager as a change agent. It refers to the way the change in content occurs, for example, the speed, sequence of activities, decision-making, and communication systems deployed, and the resistance encountered. The key question here is, how do we create the benefits? The third dimension is context of change. The context of change is the situation surrounding the organization. It is the playing field from where the forces of change emanate and where the change is accomplished. Outer context refers to the political, economic, social, technological, regulatory, and competitive environment where the firm operates. On the other hand, inner context refers to the internal environment of the firm. Its corporate culture, structure, formal and informal processes, political context, and power centers. This dimensions of strategic change framework is useful for understanding complexities of organizational change, even for smaller and ordinary levels of change. Also, as identified in this model, there are 5 central interrelated factors that allow for successfully managing strategic change, as we can see depicted on the PowerPoint slide. 1. Environment assessment. 2. Human resources as assets and liabilities. 3. Linking strategic and operational change. 4. Leading change. And finally, coherence. These 5 factors were determined based on substantial empirical research. What are your thoughts on the 3 dimensions of strategic change as well as the 5 central interrelated factors of managing strategic change? Leave your thoughts in the comments. In the video description, we have included links to various change management frameworks, as well as other management concepts discussed in this video. If you are interested in becoming a change expert, take a look at our offering called the Change Management Stream. This is a collection of best practice frameworks covering all aspects of change management. Mastering the art and science of change is critical for any business professional, in any organizational setting or context. To quote Heraclitus, the only constant in life is change. Such is true for life, as it is for business. The entire ecosystem our organization operates in, our customers, competitors, suppliers, partners, the company itself, etc., is constantly changing and evolving. Change can be driven by emerging technology, regulation, leadership change, crisis, changing consumer behavior, new business entrants, merger activity, organizational restructuring, and so forth. Thus, the understanding of, dealing with, and mastery of the change management process is one of the most critical capabilities for an organization and person to develop. Excellence in change management should be viewed as a source of competitive advantage. Our organizational change frameworks are based on the thought leadership of leading consulting firms, academics, and recognized subject matter experts. Many of these methodologies are authored by global strategy consulting firms and have been successfully implemented at their Fortune 100 client organizations. We have included links to all frameworks referenced in this video in the video description. If you have any questions, please leave them as comments below. If you enjoy these types of videos on business frameworks, methodologies, and management models, then be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Also, check out Flevy.com directly for thousands of best practice business frameworks and tools. We regularly publish videos like this one across a multitude of management topics, from stakeholder management to change resistance to leadership skills.